gentlemen, the following contest is an international heavyweight match with an 18-minute time limit. That's 6 3-minute rounds with 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you first, on my right, hailing from Queens, New York, weighing in just under 16 stone and making his Croydon Fairfield Halls debut. Will you please welcome the former WWE superstar, Matt Striker!
My father, at 7 years old, asked me a simple question. He used to call me Butch as a nickname. I don't know why. He'd say, Butch, do you want to see someone fly? I'm still that 7-year-old kid who was watching wrestling with his father because I stand across the ring tonight from a legend and a man I respect so much. But that respect has to be put aside because I still have to try to beat the man. You never know, just like in life, anything can happen, and as long as you have done your preparation, as long as you've prepared as much as you possibly can, well then you should have all the tools to take on whatever comes up. But it could all end tomorrow, and I wouldn't have a regret in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent on my left hails from Luton in Bedfordshire and comes into the ring weighing in at 14 stone, 4 pounds. He made 24 World of Sport appearances. One of the all-time greats. Please welcome Johnny Kidd.
I had a bad injury in about '84 where I broke my sternum in a tag match at Walthamstow. That did heal up okay, but you're still always wary of injuries like that. And as you get older in this game, sometimes the knocks and the aches take longer to heal up. Obviously, I should think I've got the experience on my side because I've been wrestling a long time, but he'll have the speed and the agility because, so like I say, I could come unstuck if I'm not careful. So I'm going to have to be very careful and on my guard when I actually get in the ring there with him later today.
So 6 3-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions or the knockout to decide. Johnny Kidd from Luton, one of the great World of Sport wrestlers. It goes back to the 80s against the American invasion, known in the USA as Matt Striker, but here today at Croydon going under his real name of Matt Kay. He says he respects the British wrestling, has followed the British wrestling and wants to treat the British crowd to a display of wrestling under his real name of Matt Kay.
Well, they're big words, Lee. I wonder if he'll be able to live up to those words.
Well, he's certainly been training for this one, a former WWE star. He said he's a fan of British, so he has trained with William Regal and Dave Fit Finlay. So he's certainly very aware about the British style. Or as you say, is he just saying it to make himself seem popular? Born in Queens in New York, turned pro in 2000. Matt Kay from America. Meanwhile, Johnny Kidd, of course, very experienced, turned pro back in 1978, seen on our TV screens many times, not for quite a few years. He said in his interview there that he's slowing down a bit and it'll be okay that has the speed and agility, but Johnny Kidd's still very, very fast and very fit.
Indeed, as that dropkick bears witness. Kidd really one of the top stars in this country today, even at his advanced age. Driving the knee now into the back of Matt Kay. Kay doing his best to reverse it, gets back up to his legs, back up to his feet. Looks to whip Kidd across the ring.
Yeah, we won't tell you how old Johnny Kidd is, but let's package it up by saying he's been a professional wrestler for 35 years. So there's plenty of experience there. And of course, Johnny won't have any trouble with the rules of this either.
Roll up there from Johnny Kidd. That could be it in the first round.
My goodness.
Well, you were saying, Lee, you'd have no trouble with the rules, and indeed no trouble with the style as well. It took just one round for Kidd to go 1 fall up against Matt Kay.
Contest to Johnny Kidd.
And I think it's going to be back to the drawing board for Kay.
He's not going to be very happy with that. He's come all the way from Queens in New York to wrestle this match in a special invitation match under the British World of Sport rules.
Indeed, he's been talking this match up on Twitter as well for many weeks. He's been very much looking forward to it, and this is far from the ideal start for Kay.
I'll tell you what, going on Twitter or Facebook and saying I lost the first fall in a couple of minutes of round one, that's not going to happen. He's going to be very quiet about that. Johnny Kidd with one of his trademark leapfrogs over the referee to start the second round.
And a shoulder roll from Kay for good measure. A Greco-Roman knuckle lock there. Kay getting the upper hand. As Kidd said, he suspected Kay would have a strength advantage.
Kay says he's got much respect and admiration for Mr. Kidd and the legends of British wrestling. So I hope he's enjoying himself in there, but he's probably not so happy at the moment. Round two then, 5 to go, with Kidd already 1 up. Nice armbar to Kay.
Kidd reverses though.
Master tactician Kidd, he's going to be thinking all the time. Head scissors.
And Kay's got nowhere to go from here. The only way is down, I fear, for Kay. A nice cartwheel escape. He really has been doing his homework.
Yeah, funny you should say homework, of course, because Matt Kay, former history teacher, had to resign when he was caught taking 1 or 2 many days off for schoolwork to do his wrestling.
Indeed, normally it's the pupils who play truant.
Yeah. They're just over halfway through the second round. Got further than the first then. Ooh. That's why wrestlers have cauliflower ears. There's nothing wrong with that though. That's perfectly legal.
And a big knee to the ear will do a lot to damage the equilibrium and balance of Matt Kay. He's going to have to be on his guard now.
Tries the toe and ankle, but again, not part of the same move, and that's going to cause more confusion for the American.
But Kay accepts that. He's aware of the rules, and I think Kay's having a pretty good time in here so far. He's enjoying himself, hopefully.
30 seconds left then in the second round. With Johnny Kidd 1 fall up so early in round 1. Full Nelson. One of the Kidd's favourite good old British move.
But Striker shimmies out of it like a pro.
So towards the end of the second round, they've got to be quick to make this count in this round if they're going to do anything, because we're right on the bell of round 2.
Kidd now pulling back on those arms, hyperextending those shoulder sockets, but luckily for Kay, there's the bell. And notice Kay not taking his eyes off his opponent for a second.
Johnny Kidd offers the handshake. Not much in it weight-wise though, 224 pounds of Matt Kay, around the 16 stone mark, and Johnny Kidd 16 stone 4. So weight-wise, not a lot in it at all. As we get ready for round 3.
Seconds away, round 3.
Yep, not much in it weight-wise, but I think Kidd has got a pretty significant height advantage. Whether or not that comes into play in this one remains to be seen.
Johnny Kidd turned pro in 1978, trained by the great Ken Joyce. Ken, a former fantastic wrestler and referee, and a master technician of the ring.
Single leg takedown from Kidd.
Could try a surfboard here if he's quick, but Kay out of that one.
Another painful maneuver from Kidd. This time extending the leg joints.
Just to prove it's not all about high flying stuff, there's a lot of groundwork and tactics.
Absolutely, it doesn't matter if you've got the biggest muscles or you're the tallest. It really is. It's a sport, and at the end of the day, it's tactics and technique that will bring you the win.
What's Kay trying to do here? don't think he's actually got anything worthwhile on Johnny Kidd. He'll just try for a possible head mare. Ooh.
Kay with a few sneaky knees. And Kidd has got that leg hooked. He's looking for a reversal. Chop to the stomach. Another blow to the stomach of Kay. But Kay holding on to that headlock for all he's worth. Finally, Kidd able to get out of it by just stamping on the foot.
Posting early for Christmas, and a monkey climb. Straight to the base of the spine. And that's weakened the 39-year-old American. Another monkey climb, but all forced foul and on the ropes.
Kay with the cover, but he's got the foot on the second rope. He got the 3 count. He got the 3 count, but the feet were very, very clearly on the ropes.
An equalising fall to Matt Striker.
Yes.
Well, it's going to count. I think it's going to count.
And he says, "I know I didn't." Well, and there at ringside you can see Johnny Saint, the master of 1,000 holds, 10 times world lightweight champion, explaining to the referee, Walker, and our MC Steve Litton. There he is, 10 times world lightweight champion, explaining to the referee that his foot was on the ropes, but the referee is saying he didn't see it himself and can only go by what he sees. So it's going to count, John.
Yeah, indeed. Johnny Saint there is welcome to tell the official anything he likes, but the referee is the man in the ring. And at the end of the day, it's his opinion that counts. He has the final say.
It's a brave man that decides to ignore the word of the 10 times world lightweight champion, but...
So anyway, we move in now to the next round. It's 1 fall apiece. And the fans now getting behind Johnny Kidd.
Slightly upset the pace of this match, that controversial and surprising equaliser, because with all the talk of Matt Kay saying that he supports British wrestling and has respect, special backbreaker.
And that's an incredibly painful move there. Could we possibly see a submission? Kay trying to power out, flips over and reverses it.
Johnny Kidd almost going into his own speciality move, the Sundon Arch. That's the move he invented himself, which is like a backbreaker, only even more painful.
Kay landing face first, Kidd goes behind, rolls him up. Well, could we see the deciding pinfall? Just a 1 count, Kay in the ropes there.
It's a fine one to talk, if you ask me. And in his first year of wrestling in the year 2000, Matt Kay won 10 different championships. So he is a formidable opponent.
Rubbing that elbow into the eye of Johnny Kidd. Very nasty move.
Right, trying for that full grapevine, and that's a good old-fashioned British move there. And now Kay breaks it.
Kay, a very finely conditioned athlete. He may well be able to go. He may well be able to match Kidd for strength, but can he match him for technique?
Trying the that's a submission move.
Pulling back on the arm. Can't quite get it on though. Looking perhaps for a roll up instead. A backslide maybe.
Just got to pull him down. As to say, there's not much in it weight-wise between either of these two.
Well, Kay's got that low centre of gravity, making it difficult to get him off his feet.
Oh, and that leg bar. And he's saved by the bell.
He really was, because Kidd could have sustained a very bad injury. Oh my! He did it anyway. He did it anyway, Lee. The bell had rung, and he pulled right back on that ankle.
Well, you have to say, John, so much for the I respect British wrestlers and British wrestling and the UK rules. It's starting to be a little bit of a cloud over Kay now.
Hollow words indeed, Lee. Hollow words.
Seconds away. Round
So
5.
1 fall each. Round 5, 2 to go. And this very evenly matched contest. Johnny Kidd from Luton, the technical advisor for Vauxhall Motors, against Matt Kay, Matt Striker of the USA. Matt Kay, his real name, wrestling under his real name here at Croydon tonight.
Kay with a takedown, hooks the leg of Kidd. Trying to pull back on that lower leg. Keeps a hold of the ankle.
Now, if Johnny Kidd can get himself to those ropes, he'll force the break. It's not something that Kidd likes to do, but if he's in trouble, he might be advised to do that. Tries to grab the head. And does get himself out there quite nicely.
Matt Kay with a handstand. That's one way of getting out of it. Both men now back up to their feet in the middle of the ring. We must be about halfway into round 5 now, just 1.5 rounds remaining. And with the scores tied, both men have got to be looking for that win. Kay with the upper hand right now, but Kidd quickly reverses.
It's all about move and counter move, but you have to say both of these are master tacticians of the wrestling. That's what they're doing now. You're looking for a rope to bounce against. Yes, I think he's heading that way. Yes. Advantage the American then.
Nicely done there by Kay, pulling back on that arm. Grabs a leg for good measure.
So 1 minute to go in round 5, 1 score each. And Kay with the advantage over the popular lad from Luton, Johnny Kidd.
Well, Kay relinquishes the leg, but he still holds on to that armbar. Kidd now getting back up to his feet, though, rolls it around, and that's what makes Kidd so dangerous. Here's a cover, just a 1 count. Both men know the moves, but Kidd knows the counter moves and reversals.
2007 Golden Grappler, Johnny Kidd. Voted for by many top professionals, and that's a title he's very proud to own. Still working on that arm. It's a weakening move more than a submission move at the moment, unless Kay takes his leg over and gets that full bar on.
Instead, Kidd rolls underneath, hooks the legs. There's a roll up, the shoulders down, but just
running out of time. It's got to make it count.
Another cover and another 1 count. Kidd again with another cover and another 1 count.
There's the bell, going to save him. Referee Dave Walker will get in between them and break them up. So we're down to that stalemate condition again with 1 fall each. And the needle is starting to come into this. Mainly, it has to be said, from the American. Johnny Kidd will just wrestle calmly and coolly all day. They call him Mr. Smooth. And that's because he doesn't bow under pressure to the opponent. So the bell goes, the last round then. Will there be a handshake here with 1 fall apiece? 3 minutes to make it count. Matt Kay, around the 16-stone mark from Queens in New York, against Johnny Kidd.
Well, Kay's offering the handshake, and Kidd accepts, but he's holding on a little bit too long. And there's some real competitive tension between these two.
Now they can do the strength move, they can do the submission moves, but whatever they're going to do, they've got to do it quickly now, because it's the final round. And there's pride at stake. Johnny Kidd back in the television spotlight for the first time in many years after a glittering career. Back to the days of World of Sport television. Whereas Matt Kay has had a very long journey all the way from America. Thinking of going for those ropes again, John.
He's reaching for them. And he held on. It was Kay with the ropes, and the referee, well, he's only got one pair of eyes.
2 minutes remaining, and
again, Kay holds on to the ropes, and that time I think the referee must have seen it. He's certainly giving her a stern talking to.
ordered to break the hold and let go now, because that's right, the referee saw that one.
Falling back on that left arm of Kidd. He's been working on it for the last couple of rounds, but he's only got a moment or two left if he wants to get a submission.
Kay gets a public warning for illegal use of the ropes, they were not breaking.
Reversal from Kay, whips Kidd across the ring. Kidd lands.
Ooh.
Both clash. I think they might have clashed heads. I think they might have clashed heads in the middle of the ring.
Who's going to get up before 10? That would have severely weakened both competitors. And there's only just over 1 minute of this match left.
Big forearm there from Kay. Picks up Kidd for the slam. And you're right, time is not on either man's side. But Kidd is on the mat writhing in agony. And it is Kay standing over his fallen opponent, waiting for him to get back up so he can continue the offense.
Who can find that inner strength? Who can push? Oh, a nice folding package down there.
And he gets it. Johnny Kidd picks up the winning fall in round 6 with just seconds left on the clock. Kay can't believe it.
The winner of the match, Johnny Kidd.
There was only about 30 seconds left in that match, and Croydon fans, 800 packed here in the Fairfield halls, are very happy with that.